Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by WPIAL Section. Your home for the County of Champions.
Union has won its first ever WPIAL Championship.
There it is. Champions, the Blinkers. Scotties, the Union Scotties, golden once again.
One gold not enough. How about two district gold and two state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Anderson into the corner, for three. Shot!
Throw again, directing traffic, going for the quarterback, and he hits him! Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County Sports.
The goal ball, headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. And we're coming to you live from Union Area High School for WPIAL Class 1A Baseball. The Rochester Rams and the Union Scotties, a battle for first place in Class 1A Section 2. I'm James Dotson, here to bring you the coverage. Special thanks to Dom Summers and company at Union High School, getting us all squared up and ready to go here this afternoon. Today's broadcast at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, by Castle Asphalt, by The Red Zone, by Madure Bonner Law, by Pontius Insurance, by the Crane Room Grill, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by Health and Motion Physical Therapy, by Toshiba Business Solutions, by Building Blocks Baseball, by the Western Pennsylvania Fall Baseball League, by Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, by the Tri-County Principals Association, by the Union Volunteer Fire Department, the Union Area Education Association, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. It is a battle for first place here in the section. The Union Scotties and Rochester Rams both coming in undefeated on the year thus far. Trying to get our crowd mic up and running here. Working some technical snafus here as we try something a little bit different, working here with Union Area High School to try to get this broadcast on the air one way or the other here today. That's, again, big thanks to everybody there at Union for helping to make that a possibility here today in this battle for first place. We'll get you your full starting lineups here momentarily. First pitch coming in a moment will be brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Delivery of that first pitch here from Union. This game, or this two-game series, I guess I should say, was originally scheduled back at the end of March, the first series of the year, but weather took that out of contention, and this is Union's off week in terms of the normal section schedule. Rochester, on the other hand, they already played a couple of section games this week against Springdale, so pitching depth, we'll see how that plays out here for this today. And there is your First pitch delivery up high for ball one from Rocco Galmarini. Leadoff batter is the senior Caden Jacobs. This 1-0 pitch line to first base. Nice effort there by Brennan Porter at first to make the out for the first out of the inning. L3 for that first out. We'll look at the rest of the Medora Bonner Law defensive lineup after this pitch coming to Dom DeLuca. Swings through that first pitch offering from the junior left-hander Galmarini. Brennan Porter, Matt Stanley on the right side of the infield. Anthony Roper at short, Cam Taylor at third. And the outfield from left to right is Mark Stanley, as well as Mike Gunn and Dane Jonke. Denon Bowen behind the dish for Galmarini, the two junior battery mates. 1-1 to count as that ball got behind Bowen. Swings through that one, makes the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes to DeLuca. Logan Lyons will be waiting in the on-deck circle as this one's grounded to the right side of the infield. It's going to be a tough play, and actually it's not going to be any play on that one as DeLuca will reach base. We'll see on the ruling. They are going to say, I think we have to call that a... that's one that you would call it a hit if you're a Rochester fan. You would call it a error if you are a Union fan. We're going to have to go with E4 on that one. As charging in was Stanley, so there's your first runner of the game. In Dom DeLuca, Logan Lyons will now step to the plate. So it's Jacobs, DeLuca, Lyons, Schur, Hewitt, Schaefer, Schinke, Yunt, and Schur in the starting lineup. First pitch from the stretch for Galmarini. It's fouled off for strike 1 to Lyons. Remember, the 100 pitch limit could come into effect over the course of this one. Trying to work on that strike zone cam out there in center field. DeLuca on first, Lyons at the dish here in the top of the first inning. Galmarini comes set. There's the delivery, misses inside a ball. Count is even here with 1 down. Sure waiting in the on-deck circle. Another one misses inside, so the count's going to run full here with 1 down in the top of the first inning. Pickoff attempt, and he's got him. Throw down to second base. Is it in time? It is. So the pickoff with the runner trying to get in motion, DeLuca. Called a 1 to 3 to 6 on the pickoffs. Now 2 down. And make it 3 down as strike 3 is called, or swinging through it is Lyons. So 3 up, 3 down. There was an error in there, but caught stealing, and Rochester retired in order. We'll be back in a moment with the Union half of the first inning here at LCSportsNet.com.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient, pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving and construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
To the bottom of the first inning we go, and let's look at the starting batting order for the Union Scotties. Rocco Galmarini, the pitcher, will lead off. Mike Gunn bats second. Batting third will be Brennan Porter, the first baseman. Cleanup hitter is left fielder Mark Stanley. Dane Jonke in right field, Matt Stanley at second base. So again, Galmarini, Gunn, Porter, Mark Stanley, Jonke, Matt Stanley, Blakely, Taylor, and Roper, the starting nine for the Union Scotties under coach Bill Sanders. Rochester retired in the top half in their first at bat. And first pitch, breaking ball inside. And fouled it off his own leg. Did the left-handed swinging Galmarini, 0-1 to count. Logan Lyons on the hill. Right-handed sophomore. This one's drilled over the first baseman's head inside the line. That's a fair ball and a leadoff single for Rocco Galmarini. First hit of the game. And that will bring up Mike Gunn. We're going to have our Castle Asphalt courtesy runner coming out to run at first base. That will be Andrew Gettings as the courtesy runner for the pitcher. And he's first pitch swinging is Mike Gunn. And this one just fouled on the third base line. He was already thinking extra bases right off the bat. Oh, and 1 to count to Gunn. Another one fouled off by the junior. 3-year starter in center field is Mike Gunn. For the back-to-back WPIAL champion, Union Scotties. No balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch, dribbler up the middle. It's going to be a tough play. Only play is to first and not in time to get the speedy Mike Gunn. So infield single for Gunn, as that one was a tough play. Credit Gettings to get on his horse and make the only play be to first, and Gunn using his legs. So 2 on, nobody down. 3-hitter Brennan Porter, the senior 3-sport athlete for the U. See if he's free swinging, or might he try to put a ball in play on a bunt. Doesn't need to. Advancing the runners because of a wild pitch, and thinking about coming all the way around is Andrew Gettings. Long backstop here at Union, but good job from Poplin behind the plate to track it down. The wild pitch, though, puts 2 runners in scoring position without needing to use the sacrifice. Poplin behind the dish, Jacobs at first, Schur at second, DeLuca at short, Schur at third, and Schinke, Hewitt, and Yunt in the outfield from left to right. 1-0 pitch, ground ball left side. That's going to find its way through between short and third. 1 run will score. Gunn not hesitating. He's coming all the way around the score as well. 2 RBI single between short and third. Union with a quick 2-0 advantage. So 3 singles to begin the game for Union. Now Mark Stanley, the cleanup hitter, swings through the first pitch to him, trying to keep the flow going. Inside breaking ball nearly hits Mark, evens the count at 1-1. Two RBI single from Porter. He stands with a big lead over at first base. He's off and running. Foul back to the screen. He'll have to retreat back to first base. Count now 1-2.
Saw it. And I moved too.
Lyons comes set and delivers. This one's fouled right back at us. Count will remain 1-2. Mark Stanley, another one of those 3-sport athletes. And just looking through, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters are all 3-sport athletes who have had their taste of hardware here this school year. Runner goes again on the 1-2. This one's lifted in foul territory down the third base line. And running out of real estate there was Schur and Lyons. So again, Brendan Porter will have to retreat back to first. Still nobody down here in the bottom of the first inning. Lyons get the sign from Poplin. And delivers. Runner holds this time. It's high and outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Long pause. Runner again goes. Almost a pseudo pitch out. And still not in time. Stolen base for Brennan Porter, getting down to second base. Count now full as well to Mark Stanley. Already 15 pitches thrown here from Lions in the bottom of the first inning. Again, it's a 2-game series and 100 pitch maximum in any individual day. Payoff pitch. Swung on, foul tip, and hung on to by Poplin. There's your first out of the inning, retiring Mark Stanley. That'll bring Dane Jonke to the plate. Jonke, the starting right fielder. He squares the bunt, pulls back, and third baseman was charging enough. Well read by Porter. He's going to get the stolen base, so he steals second and third. Infield. Now third base, first base looks like they'll play in, but the middle of the infield will play their normal depth. Count even at 1-1. Jonke holds off on the outside curve, just misses. Good hold, makes the count 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Already 2 runs in on a Brennan Porter base hit.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss, not receiving their medical expenses.
Foul tip here, out of play, makes the count 2-2. Lions pitch number 20 on its way. Breaking ball, and again a good hold in the box from Dane Jonke as the count again runs full. So good at bats here early on from the Scotties. Trying to increase their already 2-0 advantage. Payoff pitch from Lions, fouled back and out of play. And so we'll do it again. Long pause, and now finally the delivery. It's golfed on the right side. Ground out to the first baseman, Jacobs, but job done. It'll be an RBI ground out as Porter scores and makes it 3-0 Union here in the bottom of the first inning. So after the RBI ground out, Matt Stanley now in there. First pitch taken for ball 1. Matt Stanley, who now the all-time leading scorer in Union basketball history. Made his way back to the gridiron for the first time. Had a big factor in that incredible run for the Scotties all the way to the state championship game. And decided, hey, let's go for the trifecta. I'm coming back for baseball as well. So the hot shot gets past DeLuca, but hustling out of the box the whole way was Matt, and he said, I want 2. So one that DeLuca probably thinks he should have had. And now first pitch swinging and a line drive hit by D.H. Grayson Blakely, but right at the second baseman to make the catch. Good job by Scher with the sure hand, and it ends the threat, but damage done. Union puts up 3 runs on 4 hits and leave 1 on the bags. Back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Don't get left out dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs. Perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered. In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorney Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
He ain't got no check for me, don't check for me respectfully. My kid down on
There we go. Audio back now. Apologize for that. Scher grounds to third base. First out of the inning. That'll bring Hewitt now to the plate. He's first pitch swinging to the right side. That's going to find its way through for the first hit of the game. So for the second straight inning, Rochester gets a runner on base with one down. That'll bring Mark Schaefer to the dish. He squares the bunt, pulls back, strike one called. Austin Hewitt on first. Senior Jordan Schinke waiting on deck as this one's grounded to the left side, but it's going to go foul. Quickly up 0-2 is Galmarini. First three batters all with hits for Union in the bottom of the first inning, and they all score. Giving Union this 3-0 advantage. Pickoff attempt, a step-off throw over from the lefty. Rocco Galmarini, a little slide step to the plate with that breaking ball. Misses down and in, 1-2 now the count. Ground ball up the middle, diving for it is Galmarini. He got a piece of it, and that's going to lead to a late throw to first. Trying to go all the way first to third, and coming back across the diamond with the throw to get the out. Your 1-3-5 double play as Schaefer is retired at first, and Hewitt trying to go all the way around is gunned down on the throw over from Mark Stanley. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. There's your early nomination for a Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Back in a moment after a word from Maley Chiropractic. For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. So Rochester gets a runner on base in both the first and the second inning, but a caught stealing pickoff attempt and then a double play. Galmarini has still just faced the minimum. And now the Scotties, with a 3-0 advantage, will send 8-9-1 of Taylor, Roper, and Galmarini to the plate already with that 3-0 advantage. Lions to face Taylor. He's first pitch swinging. Ground ball, left side. Throw across the diamond. Gets away from the first baseman. Taylor's going to go all the way to second base on the errant throw. So leadoff man on base again. Give that an E5. As the throw from Schur over at first base, or at third going over to first, just not on target. So now the 9-hitter up, Anthony Roper, the shortstop. And he's first pitch swinging, line drive right back up the middle on the breaking ball, and that's going to be a base hit. Rounding third and holding at third will be Taylor. Runners on the corners as the 8-9 batters both get on base. Now a chance for Galmarini to help himself even more. Already with a 3-0 lead. Starting pitcher in the leadoff spot. Singled and scored in the first. Step off as runner was going to second base. They're going to get into a rundown between first and second. Now throw to the plate is going to be off mark. Taylor will score, and that wild throw all the way to the backstop allows Roper to advance to third. So a box steal action. Give Roper the steal of second. The error on the throw to the plate will allow the run to score. It's now 4-0 Scotties. So now Roper on second base. Galmarini will watch this one miss outside for ball one. 4-0. 2 errors in the inning. Taylor reached on an error and then scored on the error. Coach Sanders pulling out all the stops early. 2-0 now as this one misses. High and away to Galmarini. Lions pitch number 31 on the way. Galmarini squares the bunt and pulls back. 3-0 the count. Roper standing on third base. Now let's see. Does Galmarini have the green light? Takes on the outside corner. 3-1 now the count. Nice crowd on hand on a beautiful sunny day here at Union. Ball 4. And runners on the corners yet again as Galmarini takes the pitch down at the knees. And again, we'll have our Castle Asphalt courtesy runner, Andrew Gettings. So the wild pitch there allows the run to score from third easily. That was Roper, and Gettings, a courtesy runner, never stopping, gets all the way to third. 5-0 Scotties. In this battle for first place in the section, both teams undefeated coming into today's game. As Mike Gunn fouls this one back and out of play. Lions come set. Another one fouled back. Count now 1-2 to the junior Mike Gunn. Long pause, and now Lyons kicks, delivers. Good hold as that one misses high and away. Evens the count at 2-2. Infield having to play up. Even though it's early in the game. Swung on and missed, and a good hold behind the dish, too, by Poplin to complete the strikeout. Nice pitch from Lyons, his second strikeout of the game, but just the first out of the inning. That brings up Brennan Porter, Twitterless Brennan Porter, as Coach Sanders loves to remind us on his recaps. He's first pitch swinging, ground ball to the left side. Hesitation, and that's going to allow the run to score. Throw across the diamond. Pulled the first baseman off of the bag. So Sure over at third. Looked like he was unsure of where he wanted to go with it immediately. Was the senior. Looked home, realized he had really no opportunity to get the out at home. I think because the throw was wide, I think you have to rule that an error. The run would have scored no matter what, so baseball purists will say you can't give an RBI on an error, but the run would have scored nevertheless. Maybe a fielder's choice and a reach on error. As Mark Stanley pounds this one between first and second. That's going to be a base hit. Trying to go first to third is Porter, and he's going to get there standing up. So the hits continue for Union. Just incredible the way the Scotties bats have started off here today. First pitch swinging is Dane Jonke. Fouls it back out of play. Thought Dom could have made a play on that one. Our producer, Dom Summers, getting everything set up for us here today. Yeah, nice crowd on hand. When you have 80-degree weather in the middle of April, we'll take it. Down in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. Mark Stanley now at second base on, we're often running with that pitch as well. So two runners in scoring position here for Jonke. 1-1 to count. Lyons delivers. This one fisted up in the air in fair territory. The only person who can make a play on it is the pitcher, Lyons, and he does make the catch for the second out of the inning. That brings Matt Stanley now to the dish with two down. He fouls off the first pitch for ball one. Mark Stanley at second, Brennan Porter at third for Matt in the box. Breaking ball. Again, good stop by Poplin on the ball in the dirt. Count even at 1-1. 3 runs in the first for Union, 3 in the second. Lions gets the signal. Delivers. Another one fouled off by Matt Stanley, who's also now in the top 10 Lawrence County boys basketball all-time in scoring. Now back on the diamond. The 1-2. Lifted into center field. And that's going to find its way down as well. Over the head of Hewitt. A 2-run, 2-out double for Matt Stanley. Brings in runs number 7 and 8. Union off and running. Grayson Blakely, he hit one hard. Hit his first at bat. Lined out to the second baseman. Similar hit here, but this one a little bit higher in the air. Is going to get over the second baseman's head. And it'll be an RBI single as Matt Stanley comes all the way around standing up. Union has batted around here in the bottom of the second inning. 4 hits. Couple of errors, a fielder's choice in there, and here's a wild pitch it's going to allow. I thought it might have allowed Blakely to get down to second base, but kind of deflected off of the umpire. Maybe a break there for the Rams, and they're in desperate need of one. Trailing 9-0 here in the second inning. Little chin music. Thus, Cam Taylor back. 2-0 the count. Three runs in the first, now 6 for Union in the second. Honor goes on the 2-0, throw down to second base. Not in time, so give Blakely the swiped bag. Again, the first of the 2-game series between the Rams and the Scotties. Swung on and missed there from Taylor. Count even at 2-2. Taylor also part of the back-to-back runner-ups on the basketball team. Looking to cash in with 2 down here in the second. Golfs this one into right field, kind of in the Bermuda Triangle, and that is going to fall. And that's going to bring in run number 10. RBI single for Taylor. Just get the bat on the ball. And he does. The 11th batter of the inning is Anthony Roper. Union now with 10 runs on the board. And Roper watches the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. So now we're have to talk about potential mercy rule situations here. 10-run rules in effect after 4.5 innings. You'd have to get through 5 Rochester at-bats. Could be talking the 15-run rule, though, the way Union has started this game. Count now even at 1-1. 15 after 3. That's all it takes. Logan Lyons getting up there in the pitch count as well. This is pitch number 57. And it misses downstairs. 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch misses well upstairs. It's been a long inning, too, here for the U. And ball 4 will bring the top of the order back to the plate. I wonder when we're going to see our Pontius Insurance trip to the mound. We're going to see it right here. Let's take a quick step aside and have a word from our friends at Pontius Insurance.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Hey Scotty fans, it's Mrs. Ryan
and Miss Felina here on behalf of the Union Area Education Association.
And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
Now back to the action here from Union High School. Producer Dom Summers, thanks to him. I'm James Dotson. Here with the call of this battle for first place. Scotties and Rams both undefeated in section play, but right now the two-time defending district champion Union Scotties flexing their muscles early. Galmarini watches ball 1. He is the 12th batter of the inning for the U. Have our first Crane Room score update after this pitch. Misses upstairs 2-0 the count. The other Union versus Rochester game going on right now, that's in the softball realm down at Rochester. Now it's all Scotties there as well. 14-1. The Union Lady Scots keeping up with their average. Count now 2-1 as that catches the outside corner from Lyons to Galmarini. How about the Lady Scots averaging, at the moment, a miraculous 18 runs per game. So if that 14-1 score stands, they'd actually go down on their season average for runs scored. This ball lifted into left field. Schinke trying to settle under it, and he will make the catch. Going back as that ball kind of hung up there a bit longer than anticipated, but damage done for the Scotties. They put 7 runs across the board. 7 runs on 5 hits. There were 3 errors. 2 runners left on the bags. We've played 2 complete here at lcsportsnet.com.
Business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. With smarter printing, you are unleashed. The office is wherever you are, and Toshiba makes it seamless to print whatever, wherever, and whenever. Our mobile printing applications allow you to print or scan to both Toshiba and third-party MFPs right from your mobile device. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Best seat in the house is on HSSN.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
To the top of the third we go. Union leadoff batter Rocco Galmarini, also the starting pitcher for Union. He's batted 3 times, but on the hill, he's only faced 6 batters. 7, 8, 9 due up, and first pitch swinging is Jordan Schinke, fouled off and out of play. Schinke, Dylan Yunt, and Jason Schur due up here in the third for Rochester. Ground ball to the left side, coming over to try to make the play is Porter, stepping in front of it. And it's going to end up going in for a, hit or an error. That'll be a tough one. If Roper, the shortstop, is the one to field that, I'm not sure he can make the throw on the first base, but because Cam Taylor, at third base, but because Taylor stepped over in front of it and knocked it away, I think you have to give that as a reach-on error. E5, second error of the game against Union. And for the third straight inning, Rochester with a runner on base, but Dom DeLuca was picked off in the first, and Austin Hewitt retired on a double play, a 1-3-5 double play, very unique one. That one's in there for strike one, evens the count at 1-1. That's why even with runners on base every inning, Galmarini has still faced the minimum and has only thrown 28 pitches at this point as well. Pickoff attempt over to first base from the lefty and nearly gets Schinke over at first. Now 2-1 to count as that one missed downstairs. Coming up between the innings, we will have our Maley Minute, brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, keeping you informed on the softball happenings across the county. 3-1 now the count as Galmarini does a little spinorama after that one missed. Big one tomorrow. We'll have it on the air on the Lawrence County SportsNet as number 1 Neshannock, number 2 Laurel battle for the second time this year on the softball diamond. The 3-1 pitch, like taking all the way there, was Yunt in there for strike 2. So the count runs full here in the top of the third inning. Union 3 in the first and 7 in the second. It's called strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Galmarini. One away here in the top of the third as Justin Schur comes to the plate. Schinke at first, reached on an error. First pitch in there for strike 1. Galmarini controlling the game so far. And he's just pounded the zone over the course of the year so far as well. This one pounds as well, inside corner for strike 2. About a 70% strike rate for the junior left-hander coming into today's game. Throw over to first base on a quick move, and Bowen thought they got him, but Schinke just able to get back in there in time. Here, Coach Sanders calling out from the dugout. We got the dogs around. We got the babies crying. We got everything here. We even got Cody Pattinson here. Yo, 2, right down Broadway. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Back-to-back strikeouts. Now top of the order to the plate, Caden Jacobs, lefty on lefty. Jacobs, who lined out to the first baseman in his first plate appearance, watches a breaking ball downstairs for ball 1. Coming up after the game, we will have our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award, as well as our LCAP Player of the Game think we might already have an idea what our play of the game is going to be. Galmarini comes set at the 2-0, misses upstairs. Now 3-0 the count. So, as soon as I say that he's been pounding the zone today and pounding the zone all year, and then he gets a 4-pitch walk. Caden Jacobs able to draw that free pass. Schinke advances to second base. Now Dom DeLuca will come to the plate. 2 down, top of the 3rd inning. First pitch inside corner just missed to DeLuca, who reached on an error in his first at bat. Galmarini checks the runners and now delivers. Ground ball again towards second base. Stanley with the play on to second to get the out and end the inning on the fielder's choice. An error and a walk, but both those runners are left stranded on the bags. To the bottom of the 3rd we go, but first it's time for our Melee Minute, brought to you by Melee Chiropractic, keeping you in the game as we keep you informed as what's going on in the softball world here in Lawrence County. And let's start with the Union Scotties softball team. Now 10-1, 7-0 in section play, and again they're taking on Rochester right now with a 14-1 lead at last check. Come in tomorrow at home against Harlington for Senior Day. Real quick, Ali Ross with 6 RBI in the game yesterday against Northgate. Wilmington, they got another win. They're 7-1 now. Their only loss coming in a close one to Sharpsville last week. Ava Williamson, the Newcastle News Athlete of the Week. Big one coming up on Monday between Elwood City and Mohawk. Both teams floating around the 500 mark in section play. Elwood City 2 section losses, both by 1 run. Mohawk nearly came from behind. They were down 7-0 against Hopewell on Friday. Olivia Hare had a home run in that game last week. They took down Beaver Falls easily yesterday and are back at it. Again, the big section game on Monday against Elwood. Newcastle, Olivia Hood and Kira Mangieri are leading the way, 3 home runs each. They will host South Fayette tomorrow in their next section game. I mentioned that Laurel Neshannock game. Give a shout out to Grace Zeppelin. She's got 4 home runs. How about 4 different pitchers with a win in the circle for the Spartans? And they had a win against New Brighton yesterday. Neshannock, non-section yesterday. How about this? You had 2 defending state champions in Neshannock and Avonworth going at it yesterday. And they were both undefeated this year, but only one is now, as both Jaden Nogue and Addie Fry had home runs. Neshannock won that game 9-2. And finally, Shenango, got to mention them real quick. Kennedy and Reagan Lynn had 7 of the 12 RBI in their win over Freedom on Monday, and they took care of business 21-0 over Aliquippa yesterday. There's your Melee Minute, brought to you by Melee Chiropractic, keeping you in the game as we keep you in the game with the softball news and notes around the county. And right at it, as Mike Gunn drills one down the third base line, and he's going to get in there with a lead-off double. So the hits continue for the Scotties here today. Apologies. There we go. Back to the action after the ground out. Mark Stanley now to the plate, runner on third, and he's going to get a seeing eye single to right field for the RBI scoring gun from third. Second hit of the day for Mark, and the 11th run of the game. That brings Dane Jonke to the plate. And how about this? He is the only player to not have a hit on the day, but it looks like we're going to have to wait. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter and maybe a new pitcher as well. We'll get those changes when we return here at lcsportsnet.com.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for our free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
Coaches, success in the spring on the diamond begins all the way back in the fall. Get your team ready for the spring sports season by joining the Western Pennsylvania Fall Baseball League. For nearly 2 decades, the WPFBL has hosted some of the top teams in the WPIAL and beyond to hone their skills in a competitive yet developmental environment. Over 60 teams compete in the 6-week fall season, which features Saturday doubleheader games in your region, followed by the playoffs for just $250 plus umpire fees. Coaches can choose to play based on a geographic location and school size, and choose to compete in the varsity division and to get accustomed to 60-90 baseball in the JV division. For more information or to sign up for the WPFBL, call League President Brian Zarenza or visit WPFBL.totalcamps.com.
So multiple changes going on. Mason Benedict in as a pinch hitter. Keegan Kupka out there as a pinch runner at first base for Mark Stanley. And the new pitcher is going to be Adam Schur in there for Rochester. Logan Lyons finishes 2 1/3 innings pitched. Got him for 11 hits, 11 runs, but also responsible for the runner on base. 6 of those runs are earned. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Try to get you the rest of the changes here defensively for Rochester as we get them relayed here to us. So Schur, who was at third base, will move to the mound. And he'll have a new batter to face him in Mason Benedict. 3 runs in the first if you're just joining us. Galmarini, Gunn, and Porter all single to begin the game. Porter now with 3 RBIs on the game. But then 7 runs scored on 5 hits in the second inning for Union. Benedict first pitch nearly hits him upstairs for ball 1. So Lyons moved over to third base, switching with Schur. As Benedict swings through this one, evens the count at 1-1. Looks like we also have a new second baseman in place of Justin Schur. And going right at Henry with this hit, and it's going to go over his head into the outfield for a base hit. Mason Benedict gets another hit for the Scotties. #12th hit of the game for Union. Brings Matt Stanley now to the plate. Pair of doubles for Matt. He's got plenty of LCAP Player of the Game shirts already. He's trying to increase that total. Get one on the baseball diamond as well. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Another one upstairs, 2-0 the count. Couple of stolen bases early in the game. Going to get a chance to give a shout out to our friends at Health in Motion, keeping you moving on the base paths. No referral needed to visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy. 15-minute consultation is all it takes. Don't wait months to start feeling better. Give them a call at 724-856-3683, and they'll get you in the office within 48 hours. Taking a second to make sure the umpires are all right. Love camaraderie between catcher and umpire, but even here you see it between umpire and umpires. The base umpire just kind of steps in and makes sure everybody is good to go before returning to the action. Yeah, 2 Toshiba RBIs for Matt Stanley. This breaking ball hangs up, makes it 3-1 to count. Make sure you give Dale a call at 412-290-2156 for all of your print output devices and digital workflow solutions. So we can visit business.toshiba.com. Click on Find a Dealer near you. Another one fouled back and catches the umpire. Blue behind the plate. This gives the nod. He's good. Again, we'll name our LCAP Player of the Game. So many great ways LCAP, our powering sponsor, improving the quality of life in and around Lawrence County. Too many to list unless I went into trib read mode, as they would call it. Way up high on the payoff pitch. Base is now full of Scotties, and this is Denon Bowen to the plate, representing the game-ending run. Incredible as that is. I'm going to have a timeout called. Looks like we might have another change coming up in the Union lineup, and we do. Or maybe we don't. Sorry, they were getting somebody ready to go out there to hit, but still Denon Bowen in the box. Watches the first pitch downstairs for ball one. Another one upstairs, 2-0 now the count. By the way, it is a final, so here's your Crane Room score update. Call ahead now, reserve your seat for after the game, or place a to-go order at the Crane Room. 724-656-1553. The score from Rochester, Union 21, Rochester 1. Another one way out of the zone. 3-0 the count. Well, Bella Cameron was 6 RBI in that game. Had a home run as well. Piper Jendryzik gets the win today in the circle. Again, it'll be senior day tomorrow here at Union against Carleton, as this one's fouled back to the screen. $11-0 your score here. 3 in the first, 7 in the second. 1 here in the bottom of the third, but Denon Bowen at the plate would represent the game-ending run. Popped up. Left side of the infield. Infield fly will be in effect, but Paul is dropped, but it doesn't matter. Batter will still be out. And a little confusion there as Kupka trying to retreat back, and they're going to tag him out. So he saw the ball drop, didn't understand maybe, or didn't hear that the infield fly was in effect. Batter was out no matter what. So Bowen in his first at bat of the day pops out, and it ends up leading to a double play. We'll be back in a moment. Union leading 11-0 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Hope you're enjoying the sights and sounds here from Union Area High School as we get back to the action. Got the tech figured out, and we got to see a leadoff triple from Logan Lyons, saying they're not going to go quietly into the night. Deep ball to left field for that leadoff triple here in the top of the 4th inning. Rochester trailing 3-0 as Adam Schur, now the pitcher, to the mound. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. Going back to that infield fly in the last inning, I will clarify a couple things as this pitch is fouled back off the hand of the catcher. Denon Bowen behind the plate. First off, Denon Bowen, who was being DH'd for today by Grayson Blakely, they flip-flop those two. Well, not officially a flip-flop. It's not like a flex DP in softball, but basically you're allowed to have your player being DH'd for can hit for himself, so that takes the DH out of the game, which I know would make Professor Briggs very happy. This one drilled out towards left field as well, and it'll find its way down. First run of the game for the Rams. A triple and a double. A couple of hard-hit balls from the meat of the Rams' order. So Rochester gets their first run across, 11-1. And then now a hit batsman. So Rams not going anywhere, folks. First 3 reach base. Austin Hewitt takes the hard 90 down. And now we're going to have a Union Pontius Insurance trip to the mound. We're going to step aside real quick here at lcsportsnet.com.
That was awesome.
Sure, at second, Hewitt at first, and swung on and missed. There's strike three, big strikeout for Galmarini, first out of the inning. We'll bring Schinke to the plate. Galmarini, that was pitch number 51, by the way. This is downstairs for ball one. Schinke reached on an error in his first at bat. Fouls this one back to the screen, evens the count at 1-1. Again, give a shout out to our friends at Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Give them a call for delivery of your 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or you can get cases of bottles delivered directly to your home or work. Oh, and this one somehow missed the batter. Schinke somehow avoids it, but the wild pitch allows all the runners to advance 90 feet. Sure to third, Hewitt to second. 2-1 the count. Galmarini now from the windup. Schinke hits it towards center field. It's going to be caught there by Gunn, and he guns it in, shallow enough that the runner has to hold up at third base. So F8 for the second out of the inning. So a triple, a double, a hit batsman. But now back-to-back outs, and Dylan Yunt will step to the plate with 2 down. Galmarini works from the wind. Yunt swings and misses at the first offering. Rams able to get their first run on the board here in the inning. Now strike 2 swinging. Can Galmarini work himself out of the jam and keep this a 10-run Scotties advantage? The 0-2 just misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strike the count. Swung on and missed to end the inning, and 2 runners left on board after strikeout number 5 of the game for Galmarini. To the bottom of the 4th we go here at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Some more changes as we start here in the bottom of the 4th inning. With Union an 11-1 advantage over Rochester. It looks like Andrew Gettings is going to be the leadoff batter this inning, so he's going to be a pinch hitter for Cam Taylor in the 8th spot. It was Taylor, Roper, Galmarini due up here in the 4th. It looks like Gettings. It looks like it's Ian DePietro in the on-deck circle. And first pitch swinging is Andrew Gettings back into the screen. Union would need 5 runs in the inning, and they could end it right here. Otherwise, if they're up by 10 after Rochester's next at bat, it would be over. This one somehow gets over the head of the center fielder. And Gettings still on his horse, round second, and he's going to stand up into third. See how we want to rule that one, because Hewitt in center field looked like he was playing shallow, had to run back on it. If he's playing normal distance, that's probably a routine play, but we're going to have to give that as a triple for Gettings. And it is Ian DePietro now to the plate. First pitch misses up at the eyes from Schur. He's on his 2nd inning of work now in relief of Logan Lyons. Undefeated, both Rochester and Union in section play coming into today as DePietro fouls this one down the right field line and out of play. Have a quick post-game wrap-up at the end of this one. This one way upstairs. Poplin able to snag it and bring it back down. This one also upstairs for a ball to DePietro. 3-1 now the count. Leadoff spot, Rocco Galmarini is due up. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Count runs full, 11-1. 14 hits on the board for Union here today. 2 each from Gunn, Porter, Bo Stanleys. Ball 4 as this one misses inside. Runners on the corners, nobody down. And Galmarini coming to the plate. Brennan Porter leading the way with 3 RBI on the offensive side of things. First pitch to Rocco Galmarini upstairs, ball 1. Again, we'll be back at it tomorrow at Neshannock. Lancers and Spartans, part 2. We've seen some fantastic battles between those two teams over the last 2 seasons. Another one outside, and you can see now at second base on catcher's indifference to Petro, getting an extra runner into scoring position for the U. Gettings at third to Petro at second. Speed pitch catches the outside corner. 2-1 now the count to Galmarini. He's only thrown 59 pitches at this point. Another one in there for strike 2. 2-2 the count. Expect he would finish off the day and save any other pitching availability for tomorrow. Let's see what Coach Sanders chooses to do. He'd like to see his team get 5 runs here and not have any more pitches be necessary. There's a pitch that catches the outside corner for a called strike 3 and a big strikeout first in relief for sure.
7, Mike Gunn.
Mike Gunn now to the plate. Two for 3 on the day. Singled and scored in the first. Leadoff double in the third. This one misses high for ball 1. And next week we'll have, for sure, the Shenango on Monday. Working towards a softball game potentially as well, but the weather not looking great for that. This one popped up down the third base line, drifting into foul territory. And making the catch for the second out of the inning. Lions able to track it down, and that brings Brennan Porter to the plate with 2 down here in the inning. 2-run double started it off in the first inning, from the 3-hitter. And he pops this one up. Poplin not going to be able to make a catch running out of real estate. It does drift. I'm not even sure if he saw it. Lions actually had the better beat on it from third base. Just a foul ball, strike 1. 9-1-2 hitters are due up for Rochester in what would be their final opportunity in the top of the 5th inning as Porter swings through that 0-1 pitch. 0-2 now the count. Called strike 3. Leaves 2 runners in scoring position. To the 5th we go. Last chance for Rochester when we return.
Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here's your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and want to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone, Wilmington Road, and Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. The Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the county of champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzone.sports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medor Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medor and Michael Bonner, established Medor Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medor or Michael Bonner, or visit MedorBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Last chance coming for Rochester, and first pitch swinging and fouling it off. New batter came in as a defensive replacement, did Tommy Henry, the freshman. Now in for his first at bat. Henry, Jacobs, DeLuca, the 9-1-2 hitters, facing Galmarini in his 5th inning of work. It's a called strike 2 on the outside corner. We'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show at the conclusion of this one. If Union keeps Rochester off the board here in the 5th, this would be the final inning of the game. The mercy rule in PIAA baseball. 1-2 the count to Henry. Galmarini just outside, tried to paint the corner. Galmarini with 5 strikeouts on the day, make it 6. Called strike 3. Froze Henry for the first out of the inning. Caden Jacobs, a line out and a walk in his 2 plate appearances for the lefty leadoff man. Game 2 will be tomorrow down at Rochester. Get you score updates over the course of that one. Follow us on Twitter or follow along with the big softball game again that we're going to have on the air there at Neshannock High School. Count now even at 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1 now, the count. To Caden Jacobs, Dom DeLuca in the on-deck circle. This one's fouled to the screen. Count even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Just barely getting a piece of that one on the breaking ball offering was Jacobs. Count will remain at 2-2. A beautiful day here at Union. Thanks to everything that their tech department doing for us here today. Just missing outside. Count will run full. Here to DeLuca. Or excuse me, to Jacobs with DeLuca in the on-deck circle. The payoff pitch. Golfed, lifted into right center field. Settling under it. Or it looked like Junkie was going to be able to settle under it, but it will fall in for just the 4th hit of the game. Jacobs on base for the 2nd time today. Dom DeLuca 0 for 2 now. Steps to the plate, trying to keep his Rams team alive. This one fouled back to the screen, evens the count at 1-1. Great work from Galmarini. A great play usually involves great teamwork. He's likely going to be part of our Melee Chiropractic play of the game, and that's what you get at Melee Chiropractic, is that great teamwork. As doctors Melee, Argero, and Bowser, they all learn from each other new tips and tricks to help keeping you feeling your best. Downstairs, a ball, 3-1 now the count. Galmarini refocuses. He stepped off, now back on, and gets a called strike 2. Pitch number 76 there from Galmarini. Best we've seen from him today. Payoff pitch is lifted towards center field. Gunn settling under it. And he'll make the catch. And that one carried a little bit more than I think Gunn anticipated as well. The fly out, second out of the inning. Jacobs retreats to first, and now Logan Lyons to the plate. The Rams down to their final out. Lyons tripled and scored the only run of the game in the 4th inning for Rochester. That leadoff triple, a moonshot and then some to deep left center field. Right now, a base hit. Trying to keep his team alive. Time as they're fixing up first base. We'll take that time as well. Back in a moment with the conclusion of this one.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Still trying to dig out first base after Jacobs went sliding back in on that last pickoff attempt. Here in the top of the 5th inning, so we're now going to get back to the action. Make sure you take the time out and save money on your insurance by giving Pontius Insurance a call. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. Galmarini now back, sets and delivers. This one popped up on the right side of the infield, actually settling now behind second base and making the catch to end the ball game. Roper makes the catch, and that's it here from Union High School. In 4.5 innings, Union 11, Rochester 1. Post-game show when we return after this short break at lcsportsnet.com.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services included an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. (11-1) your final score as we get into our Tri-County Principals post-game show. 3 in the first, 7 in the second, and 1 in the third for the Scotties in the victory. And we'll get right into our post-game awards. Brendan Porter with 3 RBI. He's going to get our LCAP Player of the Game award. 3 RBI, 2 runs scored for the senior. LCAP and Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor Brendan Porter with today's LCAP Player of the Game award. And he will receive a customized T-shirt tomorrow, courtesy of the Red Zone, in honor of today's LCAP Player of the Day award. Congratulations, Brendan Porter, your LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, they're changing lives. For our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game, and a big one in the second inning defensively, your traditional 1-3-5 double play. Galmarini got a piece of it to knock it down, threw it to first base to get the out, and then Porter across the diamond to Cam Taylor to get the double play as Hewitt tried to go from first to third. The double play started with the pitcher Galmarini. He'll get the official honors, but the entire trio, the great play with great teamwork for your Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Rocker Galmarini will get that customized T-shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic in honor of today's Play of the Game, and he can wear that shirt on his back and get off my back for not getting one of those Play of the Game shirts. He'll now have one to be able to wear for himself. And video of that play could also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Union, 11 runs on 14 hits. They had a pair of errors. Rochester, 1 run on 4 hits. They had 1 error. Galmarini, with the win, gave up just 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk in the ball game. Logan Lyons suffers the loss, 11 runs, 6 of which were earned in 2 1/3 innings. Thanks, Dom Summers, for all he's done for us here today. Joe Canciello as well at Union for his work. I'm James Dotson saying so long for now. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for softball action and more spring sports action coming next week here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Have a great night, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County Sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is